Into the feature match. We got Leaf on the bottom, and we got Jacob up top. And getting it going, and a cheeky house mouse. This used to be Savannah Lions, and Savannah Lions was amazing. Now it's got extra text, Jim.
All right, Grandpa Corey.
I had to walk uphill both ways to my LGS to play Savannah Lions Zoo. All right, and here we got, well, I would say a little bit better card than Savannah Lion. We got Emberheart Challenger coming on in for damage.
Yeah, good start. This like kind of like Naked Riddler on turn 2. Riddler's great, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But this is the weakest portion of the card.
Yeah.
Just 2-mana draw card is not particularly appealing if you're not using any other part of the card.
It's the weakest 2-drop you can have in this situation by a lot. It's weaker than just being able to just play a Mako and saying go.
Right.
You know, like, because it being in the warp zone, it's almost, you don't cast the front end very often at all. And it's almost better to have in your hand so you can warp it and then do Winter Night Stories. But here it is. The main character of the tournament, Vivi Ornator.
Not for long.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
Is gone.
Ghosts in the machine.
So then we get in some damage. Get in 4, 5, 6. Can play that Foundry.
And Ward 2 here so good in the early game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, right now, torch the tower test. Torch in to get Vivi back. Maybe cast a 1-drop. That's really what it's all about. If Jacob's able to do it.
This is great, too, because it's a way to remove Vivi without putting it in the graveyard. You know, usually if he's called extra happy, just run Vivi out there on turn 3. Go ahead, kill it. Put it in the graveyard for me. And then Benji says, nah, we'll just exile it.
Jacob, definitely a player that has been around a lot. I remember seeing him in an Arena Championship 7, I believe, where I did not make day 2, and Jacob did, and did quite well. You also see that team jersey. See those all over the Pro Tour.
Team heavy play, right?
Yep. I want to say that's Cosmo heavy play, but I could be wrong.
So no land for Jacob, and Ward really punishes these like no land starts. Could be a torch, of course, leaving up torch and just saying go. That's risky though because there are some copies of Shard Mage's Rescue.
I don't think it would be a torch because you cannot risk it with prowess. I bet it's a into the Floodmon. You're waiting like, all right, if I can bounce this at end step, have VV back for my turn, then we can get going, and that can't really be interacted with. So that would be my guess, but who knows?
Shard Mage still stops it. We are open deckless now. There are 2 Shard Mages that give hexproof. So risky. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I guess the Shelter by Ghost is going away anyway. So
yeah, and that's
a risk.
That's the thing is, I guess if you do bounce it, you lose the Ghost. So it is interesting. You can always bounce the Shelter by Ghost, right?
You can, yes. We're gonna go for it now. So if it's a Shard Mages here, this would be pretty brutal.
Yep. Would be a blowout.
Nope. Okay.
Now, can you even block is the real question. I mean, no, right? So why? I mean, I guess you are just minimizing damage. That's still pretty good. But yeah, you're right. That could have been a blowout.
Well, if you're going to bounce it, you might as well bounce it on your turn, right? Not risk the Shard Mages.
Yeah. All right, is it Sheltered by Ghost number 2? Looks like it is not.
All right, Vivi time.
Okay, FOMO to discard a Vivi. Is there land Cauldron? That would be the ideal.
Benji certainly hoping not so. And not so it is.
Okay, so just a very measured draw here from Jacob so far, I would say.
Yep, Rockface Village available for Benji. A lot of creatures. There's a Nemesis. It's all looking quite nice.
All right, a lot of mice scurrying about. The team comes in. Benji does what Benji's been doing all weekend, and that is get these mice into the red zone, or the web zone here.
I like that.
Thank you, thank you.
That's good.
All right, so that is game number 1 going to Benji Leaf, and with Boros mice over the established professional of Jacob Milchman. on Is It Cauldron. So, looking at the sideboard, let's start with Jacob. We got 2 Annul, 2 Disdainful Stroke, 1 Fire Magic, 2 Fresh Start, 2 Obliterating Bolt, 1 Pyroclasm, that's a good one, 1 Soulstone Sanctuary, 1 Spell Pierce, 2 Unable to Scream, and 1 Wild Ride. What do you like?
Kill spells.
Kill them.
Bring them in. Pyroclasm, Fire Magic's pretty nice. Obliterating Bolt, Fresh Start, Unable to Scream for the Nemesis. Realistically, pretty similar to Mono Red. This Boros deck is, it is a little bit different. It has Lightning Helix, Sheltered by Ghosts definitely changes the math a little bit, but all these cheap removal spells and Pyroclasm are both quite good against Sheltered by Ghosts to avoid the ward or just kind of pay it through it. So, for the most part, this is a fairly similar matchup to what Mono Red would be, so we'll see similar sideboarding.
I bet it is a, air quotes, red deck that's good against red decks. Like, I would assume it's a little better or a little worse against Cauldron, but definitely way better against red, so, and how much worse? Minor amounts, that's for sure. So then let's look on Benji's side. We have 2 Abrades, 2 Agatha's Soul Cauldron, amazing, 2 Boros Charm, 3 Case of the Crimson Pulse, 2 Fire Magic, 2 Get Lost, and 2 Magebane Lizard. Okay, there's some respect in there.
Yeah, the Magebanes are kind of a holdover from the old Is It Prowess formats where they were really good against that deck.
Yeah.
They're not really that good against Is It Prowess? Is It Cauldron? Cauldron deck is very, very creature dense. It casts some spells as the term goes on, but a lot of creatures as well. So,
yeah.
Maybe those are coming in. The Cauldrons can't be for anything else, I would assume. They're here to steal VV and kind of do some cool stuff with that. Otherwise, though, a Braid can come in. Not too much else. The main plan, just be aggressive. Just kind of do your thing.
Yeah. Nope. I think I like that. I like that quite a bit. And you know what else I really like, Jim? Store credit. I am a huge, huge fan of amassing an absurd amount of store credit here at Star City Games. And anytime I need to pick up some cards, I just walk on in or I order them online. I just hit the button, add credit to the tab, and I go ahead and pick up those cards right away. And then anytime I'm sick of that deck, I want to get rid of some cards, I'll go sell them to SCG, and you just don't feel that pain of, like, buying cards, then selling them when you get that trade-in bonus, and you just keep doing that anytime you get some Magic cards. You a fan?
Yeah, 30% is a lot.
It really is.
Usually you see like 20, 25. 30% is very, very generous.
Yeah.
And that's just awesome. It really, like you said, takes this thing out of selling cards back and buying more cards. You're buying more cards, you might as well take the bonus and take it to the bank.
Absolutely. There's going to be some cards that will be seeing some new light. That's for sure coming up soon. So make sure you're on top of the game when it comes to getting your Magic cards and getting rid of your Magic cards. So sellyourcards.starcitygames.com for more information. We'll get back to the match, see if these players are ready to go. If not, maybe we'll take a quick peek in at a live look-in in one of our matches while they shuffle up and get ready. All right, we're going to take a look at our C match. And this is almost assuredly a win and in. It is Jody Keith up against Jesse Pelon. Looks like they did just finish. So maybe we'll check in on another one. But let's see who won game one there. Not 100%.
Players got to cooperate, hit the button,
Yeah. Oh, so impossible to know.
Yep.
Okay, so looking in at D here is a Rakdos aggro player, Alexander, that we've been watching a lot here with Leyline, attacking, and players in game number 1 in here, Amin Abadi on the bottom there, playing that Cauldron list. And players are ready to go here.
Yeah, it is. It's cheeky house mouse time.
Not anymore.
What a monster.
Cheeky dead mouse.
That's awful.
All right, fear of missing out. Discards a mountain and says go. I mean, honestly, though, I think both players have got to be pretty happy with that. Like, a Fire Magic being used this early, Benji's deck is a lot more susceptible to Fire Magic than other red decks. Other red decks, I don't even bring in Fire Magic. But against a cheeky house mouse style of deck, that's actually, now that I'm looking at that, that's kind of the only card it hits. So forget what I just said, Jim.
I mean, it's still good. Obviously, you get 2 damage, so.
Yeah, if you can pay 3 for it.
Yep.
Yeah. 3 mana Pyroclasm.
Ooh.
There is Obliterating Bolt to deal with the powerful double striking mouse, Manifold Mouse to the exile zone. Land 3. Is it time to scream? No. Oh. Okay. Manifold Mouse number 2.
All right, getting cheeky.
Okay.
Guess who's back?
Back again. These mice are back. Tell a friend?
Yeah, tell a friendly mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, great start so far for Jacob. Just
Yeah.
Get a body down, kill a few things,
And, I mean, great start for Benji. It hasn't worked out so far as Jacob's had the answers, but it's been a great start. 1 drop into 2 drop into 2 drop, 1 drop. Like, mana efficiency and creatures that make sense here on curve. It's definitely what you want to be doing.
So you see Fallout stay home here defensively. Ooh.
All right, Valley Quest Caller comes in.
Now a risky spot. This is the common problem with Lords, where you run the attack in, it could be a trade, but if the Lord gets killed, the block gets messy, and things get really difficult.
So now the Manifold Mouse is a 1/3, though, right? Because it still maintains the type?
I don't believe it does.
Oh, it doesn't.
I believe
Okay.
it becomes a toy and loses the prior types. So
Okay.
That was relevant with demons and the demon room.
Okay, let's get unable to scream on the screen. Unable to screen up there. And wow, fresh start as well. But there is the rescue.
All right.
Now that is what you were talking about. That is kind of a blowout scenario.
That also pushes the Quest Caller to 4 toughness, so now only
Yeah.
hittable by bolts. Ooh, just a pass from Jacob. Uh-oh.
And it is a toy with base power and toughness, in addition to its other types, though.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, okay, so it is a mouse toy. Now it's just a mouse. Now it's back to a mouse toy.
What a ride it's been. All right, well, we got it this time.
Yep. Okay. Unable to scream, but it's still whispering.
Yeah, just a peep. A little mousy peep.
Take one. All right, we'll see Benji untap here.
Yeah, Soulstone Sanctuary is the play, but not much else.
Hey, I mean, that's good, right? A good defensive measure here. I mean, to be fair, we do have a 3/4. But, I mean, you can do some stuff here. You could animate Soulstone Sanctuary, block, bounce the rescue or something. No, that wouldn't do anything. So then you just replay it. But definitely some things Jacob can have.
I mean, hasn't had much and just played the Sanctuary, so Jacob's hand looking pretty weak here.
How do you like Spell Pierce coming in here against this deck? That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's interesting. If it's going to hit, it's going to hit really, really hard.
Yeah.
And then the benefit of this deck is you just loot away if you don't want it, so.
And, I mean, it did hit pretty hard here.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the type of card I never bring in from the Cauldron side. I turn it into a Quantum Riddler control deck, where it's just all removal, max out on Riddlers when I'm on the play, 3 Riddlers when I'm on the draw, and just try to kill, restock with Riddler, or, of course, stumble into the broken thing.
We got a Leroy here.
Gotta love it.
Even that little Manifold Mouse toy is getting in.
Yep. You're either born a mouse or live long enough to become the villain.
Yep.
Or live long enough to become the toy.
Yep. You can see Jacob has pulled aside the Soulstone Sanctuary. A little glare of air in that one particular spot in the board.
Yeah.
Just really trying to keep it secret from us, but we know, Jacob.
We know. Now we can
on.
see it.
Yes.
So it was played this turn, so it's not like you can, animate the Sanctuary and use 2 mana for an Braid or something like that. That will not work. But you do have 1 mana available. Now, what are you blocking if you're Jacob?
It's tough. It's really tough. The 1/3 is a very attractive block if there's nothing. The Challenger's currently a 3/3. Any spell makes it have 4 power with prowess, whether it's pump spell or not. It feels like Benji's saying that he's got something here.
Definitely.
The question is, how deep going to play in? And I think I like this. If you're going to make the block, just commit to the biggest thing.
Yeah. I hope your opponent doesn't have anything, because whatever that thing is will probably be a blowout. And okay.
I love this play. So playing the rescue on the Lord, going up to 5 toughness, putting it out of range of Obliterating Bolt, using the prowess trigger of a Challenger, getting extra point of damage in. You can see the body language here. Jacob is not too thrilled.
I mean, if there wasn't Into the Flood Maw, though, that play would have looked a lot worse.
Yeah, but based on how last turn played out, I think it's reasonable that there isn't one,
And even if there is, you still just trade with the Challenger and the Soulstone, so
correct.
Could be worse. But, yeah, because it only has hexproof if it entered.
Correct.
All right, but now it is swole. It is large.
This is tough. The draws from Jacob here have not been particularly cooperative.
No.
A lot of pressure in these big matches playing for top 8, you know.
And yeah, just one card here. No matter what it is, Jacob's in a bad spot. And okay, there's into the flood. Had to have been drawn this turn when it would have been amazing last turn.
Yeah, and I mean, this stymies some damage, but Jacob's got no cards in hand. So
seems like the perfect time for a riddle, Jim.
I knew it was coming. I was just setting you up for it.
All right. Or Fire Magic. Oh, we're one short of dealing 3. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. Yep, that's an enchantment. Okay, so Fire Magic would be good, but not amazing.
Ooh.
And it really feels like, via the body language here of Jacob, that we might be all done here.
Is Benji going to the top 8?
Is it lethal right now? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? I believe it's 8, right?
I count 9. There it is.
7, 8, 9. Yep, you're right. I was one short, and that is Benji Leaf advancing to the top 8. That makes 2 non-Is It Cauldron decks here.